Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to a video, and today we're going to be doing a review of the brand new Azure 5150. And now this is their newest propeller that they are sort of marketing towards racing, and you might sort of recognize the Azure design by the awkward boomerang shape almost from the V1 here. Now this was a 5045 and this new one is a 5050, but they are a 5150, so it is just a little bit larger diameter. Hopefully you can see that there. The new one's on the top, a little bit larger diameter, but overall the blade shape shows definitely more from this side here is pretty different overall, the scoops and just how it manages, so it definitely is a new prop entirely. So the ones I have here are the green and the yellow. However, they are just sort of like a PC material, and if we flex them you can see they bend pretty decently far out, so that's really nice. They have a nice sturdy feel to them. They don't look especially weak in any area. They have sort of the forward swept scoop here, and then as we get out towards the end they have a nice aggressive little winglet there. Really sharp to help manage the vortexes coming off. So let's just get a quick weight for the propeller right here. So this is the Azure 5150 right there. That weighs 5.17 grams, so actually pretty decently heavy. Here's the original 5045 Azure. That's 4.53, so it is heavier yet. Here we have the Gemfan Hulky 5055, 4.87, and the Gemfan, or the HQ V1S right here, comes in at 4.44 grams. So in terms of prop weight and just overall pitch, this definitely is going to be a pretty high load prop, but it'll be interesting to see how the airfoil of it makes up for the high weight in terms of response and top speed. So just a real quick intro on the prop. Let's take it out and do some testing. Alright, here we are outside for the line of sight of the Azure 5150, their newest propeller. So we have a Mode 2 Ghost frame. We have the Brother Hobby R3 2207 2550 kV motors. Have the race wire from White Noise FPV, these little boards that prevent prop strikes on your wires there. We have a FreeSky X4R SB, SpeedX IS30 amp 4-in-1 ESC there. We have a Hyperlight F4 flight controller, TBS Unify HV Race. Have an Emax Pagoda, Foxeer Micro, and a Tattoo R-Line 1300 4S 95C there. Get this guy plugged up, and we do have some LEDs there on the arms underneath as well as on top. They go off direct battery voltage. They're from Tiny Tie. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. Really nice LEDs for racing so others can see you and hopefully not hit you. So let's get this guy started up here. So I put the yellow on front and the green in back, hopefully to make it easier to see. Just right off the bat, they have a pretty unique sound to them. They're actually pretty quiet. Yeah, they're definitely pretty quiet. It's kind of weird, actually. So I'm just testing them out here. Let's do a full speed pass while I have a full battery. We got actually pretty respectable. Definitely better than the originals. The first version of these props, these type of props from Azure, were 5045, and now these are 5150. So they definitely increased the speed quite a bit. And just like the originals, I can tell they have really nice grip in the corners due to that sort of swept back wing blade design. At least I think that's what it's from. But yeah, definitely nice control. Really liking these so far, actually. Really nice mix of low end and top end. Good on both areas, actually. It's got quite an interesting sort of blade shape to it.
7, 6,
so they definitely know what they're doing, Azure does.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, I can definitely see this being a nice race propeller with the control and speed that it has. Although I'm pretty sure it's going to be drawing quite a few amps with just how meaty of a prop it is. But obviously you'll have to see, and that'll depend on your setup and your flying. Alright, there we go. It was some quick line of sight with the Azure 5150. My fingers are absolutely frozen, so let's move on to some FPV. Okay, here we have the Azure 5150 for some FPV on the same exact quad with now a 1550 R-line. Just take it up here. These yellow props definitely show up in the camera quite well. So just get a feel for it. This is actually the first time I've flown these guys FPV here. So yeah, they definitely do like to hold their cruising speed pretty easily at like 50 or 60%. Oh. And we're down. Okay, here we are back again after a little crash and letting the quad dry out. A few hours later. Got some nice sun conditions now, though. Yeah, these props definitely do have a pretty nice cruising speed. Trying to feel them out here. They're kind of a prop that does best in the middle range, I'd say. It'd actually probably be pretty decent for racing here. Get some nice end pop to them.
1 minute.
Yeah, they definitely do like to go fast. Alright, just about finished off that battery there.
30 seconds.
Let's bring it in and land. Alright, so we're back after the line of sight in FPV with the Azure 5150. You can see I have the two different quads. I tested them on here. This is the one that I showed you. However, I also did test it on my Catalyst Machine Works America right there. So overall, in terms of flight feel, pretty similar to the 5045 version. It's a nice general all-around prop. It has very nice feeling and control, especially in the corners. And especially this version, the 5150 version, has pretty decent low end as well as a pretty decent top end. I'd say it's not spectacular in either one, but together it's a very well-rounded prop. I did actually crash this guy in the FPV there, and I think I broke two of the props. I only broke the yellow ones. They're the ones on the front though. I'm pretty sure they are PC though. I don't think they're the nylon fiber mix, but it was super cold out, so that's probably why. But I'd say these green ones, they just, I don't know, the material on the green ones feels a little bit different, so maybe these are a PC nylon mix and these ones are just a full PC mix, but the green ones just feel and bend a little bit different to me in my hand here. Like I said, I did test these props as well on my Catalyst Machine Works America, and this has Brother Hobby R5 2207 2700 kV motors. And I definitely could tell it was kind of sluggish and just lacking, that these props were too much for this motor at 2700 kV. It just felt really sluggish and did not have the greatest response. So I would say, since it is a high weight prop and a pretty high load prop in terms of the pitch and everything that it draws, the power that it demands, I'd say you're going to want at least a 2206 size motor or 2305. I would not go any lower than that with this prop, and I'd stay between 2300 and 2500 kV on this. On the 2700 kV, it didn't get any faster, and it just really bogged it down, as it was just the setup was just drawing too much current. But on the 2550 kV, it felt really nice, so I'd say anywhere between 2300 and 2500, you'll be fine. So I didn't get the chance to race this prop at an actual race, so I'm not exactly sure on how the current and flight times are going to be looking in an actual race environment. However, I'm pretty sure it felt pretty comparable of the voltage sag I was seeing to like the GemFan 5055 Hulky, which is sort of my main racing prop right now. So it's definitely not a light load prop. However, if you manage your throttle right and you're smart about it, I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue to run this in a race. However, if you really are stressed for battery, then you'll probably want to switch to something like the HQ 5050 V1S to save the amps there. So yeah, that's going to bring us to the end of the review for the Azure 5150. Definitely a very interesting prop with a lot of nice qualities all around. There'll be a link down below if you're interested. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.